Hello, artists. How are you today? Stephanie Aune coming to you from the banks of the Trinity River here near Willow Creek, California. Oz and I welcome you to the studio. We are very happy you are here with us today. Okay, so today we are working with Distress ink sprays and some of the Dilution ink sprays also. Let me bring these up here. Dilutions and Distress, those are both Ranger products, just with different designers. The colors are gorgeous. They are saturated. They are water soluble. So just to let you know that this will move still. I could spray water on this and I would still have some movement to it. I love my spray stains. I really do. I use them often. I haven't used them as much lately. You can see that the spray stain, which is this one, versus the ink pad, which is this one, they have a very similar feel to them. That's because, again, it is a pigment, I believe. Yes. Sorry. I'm trying to keep all of these straight. And, you know, I'm still learning about these different products myself. I was in the fine art world for years and years and years. So all I used was acrylic paint. I used a good heavy body acrylic paint. So for me, I'm still learning about all these different properties between dyes and pigments and inks and all of that. And so I am not a professional in that manner. The only thing that I can say is that I play with them and I see what they can do. I do love the Distress sprays. They're a very simple way to get a really good coverage. They are water soluble. They will move. So when I go over the top of this with anything with Mod Podge, it's going to change the background on this, and that's going to be actually an interesting thing. It'll change both of those backgrounds, putting the Mod Podge over. So just be aware of that when you're working with it. Don't think that because you have that background, that is how that background is always going to stay. Okay, well, I guess that's it for today, and I hope you enjoy the video. Be sure to leave me a comment, and that way you can get entered into the contest and write down the special words. Oh, it's going to be fun. Okay, we'll chat soon. Bye. Okay, we are going to play with some Distress spray stain or some of the Dilutions ink spray. These are all Ranger products. The Dilutions is one designer, and the Distress, or the Tim Holtz designer, Dana, does the Dilutions. So Ranger has these different colors of spray stains created by different designers. It's the same stuff, whether it's the Dilutions or whether it's the Distress, just different color palettes. So this is Mustard Seed. Again, I'm working kind of light to dark here. Going with very yellow so far. These are water soluble. So it's the same ink that's basically, I think it's the same ink that's in the ink pads. Oh, isn't that a beautiful color? Again, it's water soluble, so you kind of have to, some of these don't work as well. The things do get clogged occasionally. I also don't properly take care of my inks. I'm not wiping them off every single time. I'm not super fussy with them. Yeah, well, I think that one was a shimmer. Nope, it wasn't. That was Cracked Pistachio. I love what it's doing here. Let's pull in this vibrant turquoise. Oh, very vibrant. Let's bring back in a little bit more of our yellow. Now, I don't want to add orange with all that green down. If I add orange, you're going to get brown. This, watch. Oh, okay, so it's not picking that up. All right, good. Remember, this is watercolor paper, so it is soaking in. It's very absorbent. Right? Yep, it is. Super absorbent. Let's bring in some blue. This is Broken China. Whoa. See how quickly you can go super dark. Do we want to go super dark? Oh, okay, we can pull it off. Huh. Awesome. That was the one that didn't work. I'm looking for a third color. This London blue I know is a dark color. Looking for contrast. I don't want to bring purple in. If I bring purple in with that yellow, it's going to create brown. If I bring red in with that green, it's going to create brown. So here is again a very good example of the reasons to know your color wheel. Because if you want to create mud or brown, look at that. If you want to create brown, you bring in the opposite, color on the color wheel, and you'll get brown. And if you don't know that, then pick up a color wheel and learn it. It is an important tool. It's an awesome tool. And any artist who says that they don't have the time to learn the color wheel is just kind of, well, lazy. Or one note, or, they don't care if they make brown. I purposely kind of made that brown tone by adding in that purple color because I was looking for something a little more vintage feeling, a little bit darker feeling. So you might be noticing that this paper does do this. It has this texture to it that's beginning to really drive me crazy. It peels up. It does. And that's the Arteza watercolor paper. And I've been chatting with Arteza. They're going to send me actually some of the mixed media paper and see if that doesn't have better results for us. I am just not happy with that paper. I definitely do not want to recommend it to you anymore because it just isn't good. I think it's frustrating when your paper doesn't react properly. Okay, that is the mustard seed. See, and I could have stopped here at any place. I just am always looking for it to be as cool as I can make it. So I think that's actually pretty interesting right there. Making a mess. Making a mess. I like that burnished color down here. In fact, that's probably the color that I need is my fired brick. Y'all know how I love my fired brick color. There it is. That makes me happy. There was my third color. Okay. As you can see, that paper again is coming right up. Not happy with that. All right. So I'm going to let this dry and you guys will see the finished product in the video intro. But there. So what I've done is I've taken contrasting colors with the red and the green because it gives it a high impact. When you use contrasting colors opposite on the color wheel next to each other, you get a very vibrant synergy between the two colors. If you mix those two colors, you get brown, which is a very beautiful, rich, deep brown over sometimes just using something that's like a burnt umber or a burnt sienna. It's a great way to really learn about how to mixing color. It's an important thing to know. And yeah, I think that's going to be cool. I do. I'm going to let it dry. We'll chat soon.